Okay, you guys. You guys are reading the title correctly. Women are now choosing celibacy and battery operated boyfriends over relationships with you men. Hey, you guys, my cousin. I haven't heard my nickname called like that in years. Women are now choosing this because it is not worth it to get out here and date anymore. Um, I am eating Christmas M&Ms, and you guys, this is going to be the future of dating because we're realizing that there is no benefit in getting out here dating most of you men. And none of you men can shame women like me for being single. I'm noticing you men are now, you're not even looking for meaningful connections with women. All you're doing is looking for sex. And when a woman is not willing to give you that, or she's telling you that she's waiting until marriage for that, or until she can find a meaningful connection with you men, you guys don't care. You my body is not here to be used by men. Simple. And if you are wanting just sex from a woman, you got to go pay for that. And I don't promote SW work or anything like that, but why do some of you men think you're entitled to have access to women's bodies? Women that you don't even know or have built relationships with. And see, when you're single, you don't have to worry about catching anything. I don't have to worry about going to my doctor and telling her to, swab me or check me out for, STDs if I'm not out here having sex. So it's really a lot of you men who are not sexually disciplined who need sex. You guys need sex. You guys can't go without sex. It's been way over 10 years since I've had sex with a man. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm asexual. Asexual people really have a very, very low sex drive. And right now, under this political climate, oh, and by the way, ladies, don't tell men you're celibate or you're abstinent, and don't tell them how long you've been celibate either. Because a lot of them are going to see this as a challenge to try to get you in bed. And for safety reasons. If a man knows that you're celibate, he may think you're making it too hard for them, and that can actually set you up to, get raped or worse. When men approach me, for sex, I tell them I'm not interested in sleeping with them. I also tell them that I don't fornicate. And here's the crazy thing about all of this. You men told women to keep their legs closed. And now that women are keeping their legs closed, you now have a problem with that. You wanted women to follow everything biblically. We're going to follow everything biblically you have been saying. Not to be getting out here being promiscuous whores. None of those things. We're following everything you men have been complaining about. You've been complaining about you're tired of 304s. You're tired of women just getting ran through. You're monitoring women's body counts. You're complaining about the baby mama epidemic. Well, we told you men that 4B was going to end all of that. What are you men surprised about? What are you surprised about? 4 women are going to clean this up. We're going to do exactly what you men have been complaining about. You've been complaining about all of it. You've been blaming women for the marriage rates. Well, we're opting out of marriage. We're opting out of being mothers. We're opting out of having sex with you. Hey, I'm not dating you. I'm not getting married to any of you. I don't even see the need to go out on dates with you. I've opted out of that as well. It's over. It's over. There should be no more complaining about anything from here on out. Because some of us have been on this journey. I've been on this journey since 2013, 14. Yep. And from the way how it's looking out here, I'm not missing anything out here. Other than I need to continuously keep raising my standards to keep some of you incel guys away. Because you're weird. And you think everything is a challenge or something. So the future is going to be battery operated boyfriends from here on out. And I actually said that this was going to happen. That there would come a point in time where women would choose this rather than sleeping with you men. And look at the HIV epidemic that's going on right now. And, when I ask men, when's the last time you've been to the doctor or, got STD tested? These men can't tell me that. They can't show me lab reports. I go see my OBGYN. I just saw my OBGYN back in March or April of this year. I hardly saw any men in there. Nope. Why is it that women are in these OBGYN clinics, but not the majority of you men? And you can see an OBGYN too. So even at my doctor's office that I go to, and I've been with my doctor over 10 years, I barely see men in there. I see a lot of older women and young women in there around my age, and I'm a millennium, but I barely see men going to the doctor. Same thing with the dentist. So, and I know I'm being very sarcastic, but you men have been complaining. You've been complaining. You've been complaining about women, modern women, and women are pulling back. Women are pulling back. Um, Dating is really for the intention of marriage. Men are supposed to court women. And if women are not getting married to you men, there's no need for dates. There's no need for any of that moving forward. Where is society headed? Well, we're headed into a sexless society where it's going to force you men to get control of your body sexually. I'm seeing comments coming from men bragging about how they're paying SW workers for sex. But when women tell you that they're celibate, you have a problem. Where did they do that at? Oh, and my battery operated boyfriend, he requires no batteries at all, period. I just charge him up in a USB card, and when he's fully charged after 7 or 8 hours, he's good to go for a couple of weeks. I don't even masturbate like that. And, there are biblical scriptures that talks about, masturbation and premarital sex. So it kind of confuses me that a lot of you men are complaining about promiscuous behavior, but then when women actually practice celibacy, which is in the Bible, you still have a problem with that. You guys use religion to weaponize women, and then you use it to benefit yourself when it's at your convenience. So I told you guys, the music industry, the movie industry, all of those things has programmed society to be hypersexual, lustful people. And now that people are pulling back, women right now, because we're seeing more and more of these celibacy videos where women are now raising their standards. Who's getting upset about that? Men. So I'm not surprised by anything that's going on. Nothing. They're saying that the HIV cases in Texas is so bad, they're advising no one to try to find a partner in Texas. New Orleans and Baton Rouge, those HIV cases are to the roof. And Akina cannot afford to catch an STD out here. And if you approach me and you're talking about dating me, I'm going to require you go get STD tested. I don't even deal with men who haven't even been celibate for at least 5 to 10 years. So if you just cannot contain yourself sexually, there's no point in you even approaching me as a man. Like, I don't even know about dating for the future, because there's so much work that needs to be done here and so much healing that needs to be done here to unravel all of this stuff that's been going on with this hookup culture and trauma, all of the misnogamy, the misnomer, the sexism that men and women have been exposed to. And I'm not going to share my body with someone who hates me as a woman and doesn't respect me as a woman or as a mother. I'm also not going to deal with someone who sees me as lesser value as a human being. So why do you think I'm supposed to give you access to my body because you think you're entitled to my body and you are a man? I don't care that you're sexually attracted to me. Asexual people are really not even sexually attracted to anybody, man or woman, could be both. So I actually read something where a lot of men are sexually attracted to women, but emotionally they're attracted to men. So this makes sense why men just want to have access to women's bodies, because they really hate women and they just want to use women's bodies for sex. So if that's the case, I really don't see the need into men and women, having relationships. This now unravels a lot here. And I told you guys that 4B women were going to be the catalyst to kind of getting things back on track with civilization. And here we are. 4B women are going to fix this, man. We're gonna fix this. And you didn't fix it. We're gonna fix it. And we're gonna get things right back on track. We're gonna go with everything biblically you men have been talking about. If it does not align with the Bible, we're not gonna go. And I mean, so far, we've been doing everything biblically you men have been talking about. And guess what, men? I may even go and get me a nun suit and wear. Yeah, because I already dress modest. I just modest anyway. I might as well go ahead and get suit attire. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and get a nun suit. Yeah. So, I mean, my head is already wrapped. Might as well. So we're gonna do everything you men say you want when it comes to everything. We're gonna go all the way back to biblical stuff. And if you go back in the 4B spaces, we're talking in biblical sense, because it all makes sense. And I grew up in a traditional household where men and women were not supposed to be shacking together. So if you're not my husband, there's no need to shack up with you. That's how that goes. So you guys had it wrong. What did you think? 4B women were these Jezebel homemongers? Is that what you thought? You thought that 4B women were going to be rude and all? No. We're going to do everything in the Bible, men. Yeah. Because that's what the patriarchal system says. It says that everything has to align according to the Bible. So I don't believe in shacking. I don't believe in men and women living in the same house if they're not married. I believe women should dress a certain type of way. And if you're not that woman's husband, she's not obligated to have sex with you. I think you men had this twisted. I think you thought, I don't know what you guys thought, but we're going to do everything the correct way from here on out, men. I told you, ladies, 4B women, we're going to get it back on track. And so far, we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. You want to know what's crazy? What if the 4B women are really the godly women and the women who are left in the dating world are the pick-me's? Oh my. Oh my. Didn't a lot of y'all thought, because a lot of y'all come to my channel talking crazy. A lot of y'all thought that, wait, hold on. A lot of y'all thought that due to the election, right, is why we went this route. No. Some of us have been, we've been on this journey 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I renew my celibacy ring every other year. And if you go back in my community wall, you will see that. So, no. It didn't have to take Donald Trump winning the election for me to become celibate. No. That was a spiritual decision that I made. I grew up in a religious household. So, I have another video of a prediction that was made by a black guy and what he thinks is going to happen next year and in the years to come pertaining to the male loneliness epidemic. And I think he's right on the target. So, ladies, you're not obligated to sleep with these men. I mean, if they won't go get tested, they won't show you, their STD reports, don't sleep with them. And if you say you're not going to sleep with the man until marriage, then you should stand on that. You should be strong in that. You should not give in or cave in to appease these men. I just tell these men I'm not going to sleep with them. Sex is not the end all be all when it comes to life, you know. So, and another thing, the Bible talks about the virtuous woman and what she's supposed to do in her community and in her home. She is to work and tend to the children and to dress modest and all of these things. And you can literally find all of that and Proverbs 31, 10 to 31. I mean, it literally talks about the virtuous woman and her role in civilization. So while a lot of you men are calling women masculine, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, especially if they're being celibate and they're tending to their house and they're taking care of their kids and they're being homebodies. This is exactly what women are supposed to be doing until they are married, until they can find a suitor, for marriage, until God grants them a husband. So, I mean, all of this is in the Bible, what women are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to remain celibate and married to the church and married to God and not out here getting in relationships with you men, because it's ultimately going to be God who leads that man and woman together for a union. Women are not supposed to be looking for a man or looking for love with the man. That's why scripture says, he that findeth the good thing findeth a wife. So the husband, you're the pursuer, you're the chaser. You're supposed to pursue and chase the women for marriage. It's not supposed to be women chasing and pursuing you men. It's you that's supposed to be providing and leading and building. It's not women's role to do that. There's clear instructions in the Bible of what women are supposed to be doing. So we're, like I said, man, we're going to get things right back on track for you guys. We're going to get it right back on track. So there would be no more complaining about the birth rate, the marriage rate, or any of those things once 4B women are done with this. Not every man is going to get a wife, and not every wife is going to get a husband, because there were biblical characters in there who, a lot of them never got married, including the Apostle Paul. He never married. He remained single and celibate in biblical times. Many women remain single and celibate. Even Ruth with Boaz, she was single and celibate for a very long time prior to meeting Boaz. You ladies should definitely go read the story about Ruth and Boaz. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. So if it's not meant for that woman to have a husband, she is to remain single and celibate, married to the church and to God. That's what she's supposed to do. That's it. But I know not everybody is Christian. Not everybody believes in God. And unfortunately, when you do things outside of God's will, God is very real. This is why there is a HIV epidemic, because a lot of people are out here having premarital sex and they're not getting in godly unions, which I've been talking about. So masturbation is even a sin. Yeah. My pastor had to teach me that. I didn't know. He didn't know for a while either. But yeah, masturbation is a sin. So since your temple belongs to God, you have to keep it pure. And I'm all about purity. Well, Akina, what if a man takes you out to dinner? What are you going to do? Nothing. Accept the dinner invitation and keep it very cordial and light. That's it. No sex. Nothing. With permission, he is allowed to kiss me on the cheek, but that's really about it. Or on the hand. That's it. Because celibate people are not supposed to be really touching anyone. So no touching, none of that, sensual stuff. I don't go to men's home when I meet them. No. So there's no need to go to a man's house after dinner. We do dinner, we do coffee, whatever he has planned, we separate, we go home. That's it. We enjoy each other's company. There is no expectation of, oh, I take you to dinner, we have to have sex. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not having sex after dinner or anything. No. So that's where we're at, ladies. Of course, this is going to be uncomfortable for a lot of men because a lot of men need access to women for sex. That proves the comment under my community wall. How quick that guy said, oh, that's boring. I just can't date a woman without sex. This isn't going to work. Bye. Farewell. Toodles. And then I met another guy on Girls X Guy. I love sex. I have to have it. And I'm like, okay. Maybe you should get out here and have it. No, thank you. Really? Yeah. So if you're not having sex, there's something wrong with you. And if you're having sex, there's something wrong with you too. So I don't do what society does. I do what is biblically aligning in scriptures. And having sex outside of marriage is premarital sex, which is a sin, which I've been telling you guys. But, everybody doesn't follow the Bible or believes in God. And this is exactly why you women should stop dealing with worldly men. Because worldly men don't follow the Bible and they don't follow God. They do what they want to do. They think that they are God. And this is why we're seeing what we're seeing. The divorce rates, the marriage rates are collapsing. The birth rates are collapsing because people are not getting married because they genuinely love the person that they're with. They're getting married because they love the idea of what the person can do for them. And the amount of men that I've met who are in sexless marriages who only married their wives for simply sex is crazy. And then a lot of them are not even happy with their wives. They're just in marriages with their wives just to say that they're married or because of some kind of financial benefit. And these men are willing to sleep with women like me. Just risk it. And this has been over the last 10, 15 years. And it's like, no, I'm not sleeping with you. And they're like, well, why not? Why should I? Because everybody's doing it. Okay. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it because everybody's doing it. So, because everybody jumps off of a cliff, I'm supposed to do that? No. You guys should definitely go to the 4B spaces. The amount of women who are choosing celibacy right now is crazy. They're all over there. They're on Priscilla's channel. I'll tag a video on the community wall. Some of these ladies have been on their journeys a long time. Long time. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And they're not going to be intimate with the man. And I don't blame them. We need to figure out how we're going to get these HIV cases down. I know. Everyone becomes celibate. That's the solution here. That's it. Stop trying to bang everything you see with a hole. That's how we get this down. That's the solution. That's it. That's the answer. But we know everybody's not going to do that. So they're predicting that the STD rates are going to get high. I'm not going to be a part of that. And if it means that I stay married to God and I stay true to myself, then that's just what I'm gonna do. And I am gonna share the video of the content creator that I follow on TikTok. He made his own little prediction about the male loneliness epidemic, and he said that Black women are going to be the biggest demographic of women who are going to be a part of this, with the exclusion of Black women divesting and traveling out. I've been seeing content creators make videos about Black women are now traveling overseas to find partners with non-Black men, and a lot of Black women are dating non-Black men here, divestors. And then you have 4B women, such as myself, who are just completely opting out of this altogether. And I'm at a point in my life, you guys, I just want to travel for work and run my business, run my practice, make money. And I'm not thinking about a relationship right now. Plus, I was just offered a data entry job. So for a company outside of the country, I'm running a mentorship program at my college. After New Year's and everything, I have to go back into that 12-week training. I just completed one training, 12 weeks, and now I have to do another training for 12 weeks. And then I go back to class for the spring, January the 5th. Akina just doesn't have time to date. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't have it right now. And between this political climate, the misogamy, the sexism, all of it, I'm not interested in dating right now. I'm not interested in what's going on out here. I'm just trying to protect myself because dating has gotten crazy, and I'm just women like me who have been single very, very long periods of time. We have to protect ourselves from what's going on out here. So I've been dieting. I've been eating right. Because I look amazing. I feel good. My hair is growing. I can sleep at night. My pH balance is great. I have amazing friends. I have you guys that support me. I'm not really losing anything here. And my babies will be grown in about 5 years. So I'm here spending time with them. They're excited to open up their Christmas gifts. They got a lot of clothes, electronics, tablets, cameras. My daughter wanted a digital camera. She wanted a new cell phone. She's into photography like me. And she wanted a new camera for Christmas. So I got her that. My youngest two, they wanted tablets. So I ended up getting them that. Educational stuff, books, clothes. I'm just at a point right now. I'm resting. Oh my God. Get down. Get down. Now. I guess this cat is back. My home has become a cat incubation system. And they're just everywhere here, and having a partner is amazing, you guys. It is. I can't have to do in the run of a day or a week in a planner. I don't have the time. I have PTA meetings. I have business meetings. I just don't have time to date. I don't have time to date. I don't have time. Where's the time? By the time I get to me, the day is over. And then I'm about to go back to traveling next year. I don't have the time to date. And that's for work, you guys. That's for work. So I think there's a lot of shifting happening right now for women and men, where things are going from here on out. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here. You guys just ignore the background noise. My kids are just, and my niece, they're just way excited right now. Um, they're just wanting me. They're waiting on me to tell them to open up these gifts, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But anyways, I'm going to go finish watching my Lifetime movies, all of my Christmas movies. I have a bottle of wine and I have some cheese rolls. So I'm about to go relax and be at peace. And if things don't get better between the men and women, and the men evolving and things getting better here, this male loneliness thing is going to get bad. It's going to get really bad. It's not going to be good. And I can kind of see that. You know, the lack of emotional intelligence, all of it. It has to get better for women to date you guys. And if you don't do the work in healing, you're not going to get picked. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here, you guys. You guys definitely have a good Christmas. Be safe. And I will definitely see you guys after the holidays.